Pink Flamingo PJs, we are back in South Florida, and I'm so glad to be here because after the holidays, I am over it and I am ready for warm weather. And springtime can never come quick enough, so we are back in South Florida enjoying the sunshine. Although today the sun isn't shining so brightly, but it will tomorrow. It's supposed to come out and be very warm tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that. So this is the perfect day for me to try Lilly Lashes. We're going to try 3 different designs today: the Boston, the Doha, and the Miami Flare. And Lilly Lashes was a star of the Shows of Sunset, and she has a website that sells her beautiful lashes. If you've ever seen her, she's gorgeous, and she does have very lush lashes. So that's what we're going to try, is to replicate Lily's look, but we're going to do it one at a time. So I told you we have the Boston, and that's a synthetic, premium synthetic lash, and it is a flare lash. It is 14 millimeters long. And then we're going to try the Miami Flare, and that's a multi-dimensional handmade faux mink lash. They're ultra wispy, and they are 15 millimeters. And then we have the Doha, and they're wispy flares, and they are 15 millimeter mink lashes. I can tell by the packaging when I first received them, there is a difference. The premium synthetic come in a cardboard case, and the faux mink come in a hard case. So that's the first thing that I noticed. And then also I noticed that some of these are much thicker than others. So let's try each of these sets of lashes and see what is the difference, and do we like one set better than the other? The first pair we're going to try are the Bostons, and you can see that they're multi-dimensional. They are the premium synthetic. They are flares, and they're 14 millimeters. And I did notice on the website, if you buy 3 pair at a time, you get a discount. And if you are as lash loving as I am, that is a good thing. And according to the packaging, you can get up to 10 uses with these lashes. Now I am opening this packaging. Now this is the one I was telling you is in a cardboard box. It is then put on a display card, very much like just about any other set of lashes that you buy. And we're going to pull these off. I like to roll them up and pull them off. And I am planning to use the Duo Glue, which I use every time I wear lashes. I did not buy any special glue for these because I use Duo Glue every time I put on lashes, and I didn't want to make any changes. So we're going to start with this one first. Now you notice that lash begins short and goes flared out toward the end. So we know the flare goes on the outer corner of your eye. And so I'm going to put a tiny bit of Duo on this lash. It always seems to work best for me if I allow the glue to dry just a bit, so it's a bit more tacky and will sit on your lash. I do have mascara on, but that's the way I usually apply lashes. I will put mascara on and then put the lash on top. So here we go. And I'm looking in a mirror that's in this direction because I can't look into the camera and put them on. So bear with me. You can see the glue is still wet and white, but it will dry clear. And if you're a lash lover, you may also like the darker glue. I have never preferred that. I've always preferred the clear. Now you can see this flare is fairly dramatic. I only have mascara on this eye, and then I have the Boston lash on this eye. So I'm going to apply the second one, and we'll see the difference and have a before and after, which actually you're getting a before and after now, aren't we? Now I have to say this lash is very comfortable. The band is pliable. You know, some of the lashes you get have a really stiff band on them and it makes it uncomfortable when you blink, but this is not bad at all. And I can see this makes a huge difference. Let's apply the second one. And I apologize for the camera being way up, but I'm trying to give you the full look. And I think this is the best way to do it. So let me put this one on and we will see what both lashes look like and move on to the second set. Now, I wear lashes quite often, so it doesn't take long for me to apply them. But if you're not used to applying lashes, then practice a bit before you put them on to wear for a special occasion, because you want to know where to start in your eye. And this lash I have set slightly closer to the inner corner of my eye, and I'm not sure I like that. And maybe it's not. Oh, there we go. I pushed it down a bit farther so they match. So there we go. That's the Boston. This is what I like about wearing lashes. They frame your eye and give you a finished look. Now I'm removing these lashes and we're going to move on to the Dohas, and these are 3D MINK. So I am lashless right this moment, and there's some glue. Let's get that off. Now, much better. Okay, these are packaged much more thoroughly. They're the 3D MINK, they're wispy flares, and they're 15 millimeter. And let me get the packaging off of the outside so they're not shown with a glare. And I'll show you what they look like in the packaging. Now these lashes are supposed to last up to 25 uses. So if we take care of our lashes, when we remove them and put them back in the case, then we get lots of wear out of them. This packaging is much more thorough than the other. Look at this. It comes in a nice little, almost like a jewel box. What do we have here? Something, oh, that's cool. It has a piece of satin that you pull to pop the eyelashes out of the packaging. And that is what the Dohas look like. I'll put them up as close as I can without a glare. Can you see that? These are the wispy flares, 15 millimeter. Now, let's get them off of the packaging. Another thing I've noticed is they're not as attached to the packaging as some other brands. And I like that because I have pulled lashes apart just getting them out of the packaging. So these are barely tacked on, and I like that a lot. We're going to add the glue. And then I'm going to apply these and let that glue dry. And these are the wispy flares. They're not as thick as the Bostons. And that's nice, very nice. You don't have quite that dense lash that you have on the Bostons. Let's try the second one. Now you know, if the lash is just a bit too long for your eye, simply trim it off. You can take a pair of scissors and you can trim off either the outer edge or the inner edge, but whichever side you decide to trim off, do it the same on both lashes so they match. So let's apply this one. Now I think this lash is too long for my eye. So next time I apply these lashes, I'm going to trim them off. And that's the Dohas. My hair is super flat now that I'm in the humid weather in South Florida. So I've got to work on that too, but at least my lashes look good. Now let's remove the Dohas, and we're going to return these to the packaging. And by keeping them in the packaging, they're going to last much longer than if you come in, take them off, and just put them in a dish or on the counter and just allow them to not be shaped by the packaging. See how they go right back on the packaging and into the box. And this is a wonderful idea. This little satin string that pops these lashes out, I've never come across that idea before. I really like it. So now we're going to move on to the Miami Flares. Wait a minute, I have glue in my eye. And my liner is almost off, but I think the Miami Flare is going to make up for the loss of liner because these are very dramatic. These probably are for evening. These are faux mink and they're vegan, cruelty-free lashes. They are handmade and these are multi-dimensional, ultra wispy, and they are, trying to be careful, they are gradual volume and length, and they are 15 millimeters. And there it is, and it's just glancing at it, it's much thicker than some of the others that I have tried, especially much thicker than the Dohas. If I had to compare the Doha and the Miami Flare is probably twice as thick. There are many more hairs on this lash. So we're applying the glue. Now I tend to start with the inner corner and work my way out. These are going to be long. And if you get a bad start on your lashes, just take them back off and start over, because many times you will drive yourself crazy trying to get them lined up when all you have to do is just take them off and start new and get them in place properly and they'll be fine. Okay, we have the Miami Flare, and they definitely have flare. A little too much for me. I simply would trim off these outer corners for my eyes. Now, like I said, you may love that look. It's not bad, actually. Sometimes it's difficult to tell when you're standing in your bathroom in your PJs and you put on your lashes, but if you were to put on a cute sundress and go out for the evening, then it probably wouldn't seem overly dramatic. So now all we have to do is find something cute to wear and somewhere fun to go, and we are ready for the evening. And I hope you've enjoyed this review of Lilly Lashes, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber, tap the subscribe button, and that bell to the right of the subscribe button, tap that too, because then you'll be notified every time I post a new video, and follow me on Instagram. Bye.